Hi everybody, it's Katarina from Untitled Desserts once again here with another fantastic, super delicious, gluten-free and vegan recipe for you. In celebration of Pride Month, we've decided that a rainbow vanilla cake is the most representative of this wonderful and festive time. But this cake really means more because it is completely naked and exposed to the world. In the world of pastry, especially cakes, we are so focused on making that perfect, crisp, and smooth finish on every cake, but it really just hides all the beauty that lies within the side of the cake. We can relate this to how we exist in society. Keep focusing on trying to find that perfect look, that perfect outer appearance that we can present to everybody. But truly, what really matters is what's inside, who you truly, realistically, and genuinely are. And so with this cake, we hope that you take a stand as a reminder to everybody to be yourself. Anyways, enough about the philosophy of this cake, let's get baking. So we're using our Cloud9 vanilla cake mix. So like always with our vanilla cake mix, we're going to add in our sunflower oil, followed by our non-dairy milk. I'm using soy milk here, which is the best. I recommend using a high protein milk. Our apple cider vinegar, which is gonna react with the baking soda and baking powder to really help that cake rise. And our clear vanilla extract, which gives it that delicious vanilla cake taste that you used to have when you were a kid. Once the wet ingredients are all together, we're just gonna stir it up, and then we're going to pour in our gluten-free and vegan delicious baking mixes. Once we've mixed the cake all together and there's no lumps present, it's aerated, it's well mixed, we're then going to separate the batter into its colors. I'm gonna take 6 bowls and fill them up with just a tablespoon of non-dairy milk. I'm then going to use gel food coloring and I'm going to mix those colors into each bowl. We're going to grab a very small cookie sheet and we're going to pour the batter into each part of the cookie sheet. Pour it, spread it out. It's okay if it's thin because the cake is going to rise. Just make sure that it's even and you can fit approximately a 6-inch cake ring on the top there. So you're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for approximately 12 to 15 minutes. You're gonna take your 6-inch cake ring. I'm using a 6-inch cake tin here, which is totally fine. You're gonna take the cake ring, you're gonna stick it on top of the cake and a sharp knife and cut around the edges of the cake. So once you've cut it away, you can peel away the crumb layer, which you can snack on if you'd like, but save it because you might wanna use it to thicken up your layers later, and put your pieces to the side. Once each layer has been cut out, it's time to assemble the cake. In this recipe, I am using acetate paper to build my cake. I'm gonna take my acetate paper and line the interior of my cake pan as high as the cake can be, which is gonna be a pretty tall cake. And I'm gonna start layering the cake, followed by some purple cake crumbs. I'm then gonna pour about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of my vanilla cake soak, which is simply soy milk with some more clear vanilla extract on top of the cake. Then I'm gonna take my all-time favorite vegan buttercream. I'm gonna pipe just around the top of the cake in a circular fashion. And once you've piped the cake, that's really it. You just gotta repeat this now for every single color of the cake until you end up with something like this. Now that our cake is entirely stacked and the acetate paper is holding it in tightly, it's time to freeze it. We are going to freeze this cake for 12 hours. So once 12 hours has passed and it is completely frozen, you're now going to try and remove your cake from your cake ring. If you used a cake pan like I did with the bottom, what you're gonna do is you're gonna place your cake inside a bowl of hot water to allow the metal to expand just slightly. This is gonna make moving the cake super easy because now the pan is bigger than the cake. So now that our cake is out of the pan, it's ready to go, you can start making a beautiful cloud-like piping decoration on the top. And once I'm finished piping, I'm gonna put a healthy layer of my favorite gluten-free and vegan sprinkles on top. It's even got pretty little silver stars in it. How awesome is that? And that's it. Once you've removed the acetate paper and your cake has been piped on the top, your cake is complete. Do what you will with it. You can use this exact recipe to make delicious, inclusive cupcakes. All you gotta do is instead of layering the cake into pans, you get out your cupcake pan, put in those cupcake liners, and use a piping bag or a spoon to layer in little bits of different colored cake batter. That way the entire cupcake, when you open it up, is completely colorful and beautiful. On top, you just pipe on the icing, throw on the sprinkles, and you got the exact same thing in a perfect, servable, hassle-free size. So, without further ado, let's try this cake. Oh my god. Yummy. Do you guys know the trick with eating cupcakes? You put the bottom on the top, kind of makes a cupcake sandwich. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around and watching how to make what we call the most inclusive cake in the world. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Dollop Desserts, because we've got a lot more fantastic recipes where that came from. And if you do decide to make anything rainbow with our Cloud9 vanilla cake mix that's inspired from this inclusive dessert recipe video, please share it on Facebook or Instagram and tag us at Dollop Desserts Baking so we can share it with everybody. I love seeing what you bake, because not only does it inspire more people to be inclusive with their baking, but it kind of makes everybody a little jealous that they also want cake. So get on it, get baking. Anyways, thanks for watching.